How's it going? Jason here. Welcome back and thanks for watching. Here's another short Bubble tutorial on how to make a like button that can toggle. So precursor to this is obviously you don't have to have users logged in to do it, but I don't know why you would want a like button if you didn't have some kind of social network or community. So this one is going to be based on you do have some type of community site or something where the users actually need to log in, and this is going to simplify your workflow so you can create a like and unlike button and automatically generate the counts in a really simple way. So this is just a list of songs that are in this system here, and then I want to be able to have a like button for each of these tracks. So first of all, in the data for the tracks, I'm going to need a way to track the number of likes. Now I also want to track the users who are liking it, so I'm going to call this liked by, and I'm going to make this user, and I want to make sure that this is a list. So you don't need to create an aggregate field and then increment that every time somebody hits the like button. This is simply going to count the number of user records that are inside of that like list, and that's going to generate your count. Now, if you are doing this on a site where people aren't logged in, then you would do it the other way. So you would just create a field called counts or like counts or something like that. The hard part would be people could actually like it multiple times, because if a user is not logged in with Bubble, anonymous sessions does create a temporary user record, but it will expire, I think, after 3 days or something like that. So people can come back and like things multiple times. So there's no real way of tracking it. So I've got liked by, which is a list of users, and just to keep things consistent, let's make everything lowercase. And what I want to do is to create a workflow action. So I want to add a workflow and simply make changes to a thing. I want to change this track, liked by, and I want to add the current user. So now if that is liked by the current user, there should be some kind of notification in the UI telling them. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set a condition on that like to say when this track, liked by, contains current user, then update the text to say you like this. Let's preview this, see how it looks. There you go. So now what if you wanted to toggle this? Now Bubble, it's smart enough to not add the person again, but it's still doing the same workflow. So it's still processing that workflow to add them, but obviously it's not adding the duplicate. Say you clicked like by accident and you didn't actually want to do that. How can you toggle that off? So I'm going to go into the workflow. I'm going to copy and paste this. So this is the workflow for adding the user. I want to change this to remove the user, and I'm going to swap these out. So what this would do now is it would remove them and then add them again. So you have to add another little piece of logic in there. So I only want to remove the user when liked by contains the current user record. Now, it's still going to just toggle it back and forth. We need to add a terminate workflow option in here. So I want to terminate this workflow only when that result from step number 1 is not empty. So in the situation where the person has not liked the track, when they come in and click like the first time, it's going to remove them only if they're in the list. So obviously that workflow step is going to be empty. So the terminate step is going to check, oh, that's empty, which means don't terminate, go to the next one, and then it will go ahead and add them. Now in the case where the user is already in the list, it's going to remove them from the list because they are in that list, and then the terminate one will activate. So let's go in and test this out. So I've got these previous ones that I've liked. So now it removes them, adds them, removes them, adds them, and removes them. And the last thing I'll do for this one, just as a little bonus, if you want the count, you can simply do this. You can look for the liked by count, and then now it's going to display the count beside it. And now you can get totally crazy with workflow. So I could do only show the count if at least one person has liked it and things like that. But this should simplify your workflow for how to toggle likes on and off. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.